Morning, everyone. We're going to be doing intensified traffic detail today. Everybody gets a piece of paper, whether it be an arrest affidavit, a citation, or a written warning, so we can keep track of how many traffic stops we make today. We're going to be split up into teams, north and south. The north teams are going to be covering southbound traffic. The south teams are going to be covering northbound traffic. That way, if we get anybody that doesn't want to stop, we have people at either end. The multi-agency task force has been going on for quite some time. The intensified traffic, we just started getting into again because Sheriff Mascaro wanted to, again, as I mentioned before, make the street safer, and this is just another angle or another tool to try to get drugs off the street. And Sheriff Mascaro really supports the unit and looks for ways for us to be innovative in attacking these kinds of problems.
2000, for about 4 years, I was assigned to the Special Investigations Unit. Then I left there, I went back with the DEA, and I went back to my city, and now I'm back again, so.
Okay, we're trying to catch up to a motorcycle. We weren't able to get him on radar, but it definitely looked like he was exceeding the speed limit, going faster than traffic as he went by the emergency vehicles. So we radioed ahead, and now we have Deputy Masters waiting to stop him, and hopefully we'll be out with him in just a minute.
It shows full extradition. We have to conform and confirm it, and it's a bond of $33.50.
Yeah, you want to run him?
What other IDs you got? You got concealed weapons license?
Yeah. The bike that we stopped just happened to be a member of the Outlaws motorcycle gang. Basically, that's a criminal organization as recognized by law enforcement. It's kind of like riding around with, a mafia guy riding around with the Gambino crime family and wearing that across his back. They come down Thursday nights to Fort Pierce, and they'll come down, and we've had a couple instances where they've either threatened people or actually had an incident where they actually beat somebody up, but law enforcement was never notified about it, other than getting secondhand information afterwards. So it's good anytime we can come in contact and see who they are and what they're doing. It's good for us. What is this thing on the front? Is that a laser?
I think.
Wow. Yeah, it's a laser.
Black two-door Scion, 428 of 0.
Okay, we're done with the traffic stop. The guns came back. There was nothing wrong with them. They weren't stolen or anything like that. He had the proper documentation to have the guns. He was given a written warning for the speed, and he'll be on his way. Obviously, we know who he is, and we'll take it from there. I have a blue Toyota. It's running about 72, 73 miles an hour in a construction zone. It's supposed to be 60. Tailgating the car in front of him. He came up behind me and kind of weaving in and out of traffic a little bit. He's doing over 80 now.
I'm sorry, was it the 116?
Why? A couple reasons. One, you're following the car in front of you a little too closely. You're in a construction zone. The speed limit's 60, and you sped up to over 80.
80?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm very sure. What's that?
The dog?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind walking the dog. Were you the one who responded? I couldn't hear my radio. Thank you. Did you see any other doctors while you were down here? That's the one doctor?
Where are the scripts now?
They're in my glove compartment.
About 2 weeks ago when we did this, Detective Valentine and I stopped the car from Kentucky, the same area of Kentucky, and that's where we found, I forget exactly, it's about 435 pills. And there's somebody actually up there that coordinates all the people that come down here, see the doctors in Fort Lauderdale and then bring the pills back to him. So we're trying to determine if this is part of that same cell. In Kentucky, they have a centralized database whereby all of the pharmacies are linked to one database, and you can check, law enforcement can check and see if there are any people that are getting prescriptions from more than one doctor or more than one pharmacy to show if they're doctor shopping, meaning they're getting more pills than they're supposed to by seeing various doctors. Because of that, people from Kentucky come to states like Florida that do not have such a database so that they can see more than one doctor, and then it's actually worth it for them to drive all the way from Kentucky, obtain pills here, and then they bring them back and they can sell them when they get back up there. It turns out the male half of this traffic stop has a warrant for failure to pay child support. He was $3,300 in arrears on his child support. I guess in Kentucky, anything over $1,000 is a felony, so he'll be headed off to jail as soon as the transport unit gets here, and she's on her way back to Kentucky.